It's hard being a purchasing buyer because everyone's always yelling at you, either because you don't have enough material or you have too much. It's also challenging for purchasing from the standpoint that they operate at the lowest rung of the bills of material, which is where scheduling volatility tends to be the most pronounced and where the greatest uncertainty exists as to what the true purchasing requirements really are. So as a result, there's an awful lot of CYA that happens in purchasing departments. And it's up to management to determine whether buyers have all of the management information they need, the systems and the processes, to best determine what needs to be bought, when, and how much. There are 6 questions you can ask yourself and your purchasing department to determine what the true health of the purchasing organization really is. The first thing is if you find that purchasing or manufacturing often finds themselves fixing bills of materials, then that points to a real failure in engineering change management, and it's having its effects downstream. So that's a red flag immediately. Number 2, if your buyers routinely export data from ERP into Excel so they can massage it to determine what it is they need to buy, that's a huge red flag because you have a system and a way of determining what needs to be bought. Number 3, ask your purchasing management how it is that they decide what's a stock item and what's not a stock item. The answer should be really crisp and it should make sense. Number 4, ask purchasing management what's the methodology that they employ for determining the target inventory levels for stock items. If it's based on having a certain number of days on hand based on average demand, then that's a problem because that's not the right way to do it. Everyone does it that way, but it's wrong. Number 5, if you're a lean organization that practices pull-based material management using Kanbans perhaps, then similarly ask purchasing management, how is it that they determine the Kanban quantities and how often are those updated? Number 6, what does purchasing do to maintain purchasing lead times in ERP? If it's a simple matter of calling the vendor and asking them what's your lead time, then that's, maybe initially that's fine, but on a sustaining basis, you can't rely on that because most suppliers don't know their own lead times and they can't adhere to them. So you have to employ other methods for maintaining your own lead times. So these are 6 red flags that you can look for to determine whether your purchasing organization is firing on all 8 cylinders.